Hi, my name is Christine Coe, and I'm based in Boston, Massachusetts. I am a former music and brain scientist, and for the last 7 years, I have morphed my career, disrupted in a big way, to become a writer, designer, consultant. And my main blog is bostonmamas.com, and I recently co-authored the book Minimalist Parenting: Enjoy Modern Family Life More by Doing Less with Asha Dornfest. So my favorite disruptive hero goes back and dates me a little, but it's one of my college professors. Her name is Grace Barron, and I was a student at Wheaton College. It's a very small liberal arts college in Massachusetts. I had this budding interest in music and psychology, and when I talked to her about it, I said, how am I going to pursue this, or is there any way to pursue this? And her field was completely different. She was my advisor, but she was an autism specialist. And without even blinking, she said, let's do this. Let's learn this together. And it was so different and really made me feel like not only did it change my perspective on how one could enter a traditional field like academia, but it also gave me this sense of sort of disrupted my thinking about how to approach unknowns in the world in general. You can choose to say, well, nobody's really done that here, so okay, I won't do it. Or you can just say, hey, I'm going to just create something new and go for it. So she really is a hero for me. My actual favorite disruptive event is, or was, 7 years ago when I was at this professional kind of cross point or something where I had to make a decision, and I had just finished my postdoctoral fellowship, had faculty application listings in my hand and just looked at them thinking, I'm just not feeling this. Like all good Koreans, I played violin and had played for some 20 odd years, and in college discovered my love of psychology. So I started to forge this career in music and psych and carried that through a master's and a PhD and a very fancy sounding postdoctoral fellowship at Harvard, MIT, and Mass General in Boston. And, I got to the end of this postdoc and just felt like there were converging factors. I had become a new mom, and also my father had died. And I just realized that if I was going to do something professional and be away from my family, I had to really love what I was doing. And I just didn't quite have that same fire about academics that I had had earlier on in my career. So I decided to make a big jump. Back then it was very stressful and difficult, but when I think about it now, I think that was my favorite, and really majorly disruptive moment in my professional life and personal life too. The disruptive change that I struggle most with, probably on a day-to-day basis, is shifting my perspective about what I or other people should be doing. Now, in minimalist parenting, we talk a lot about letting go of shoulds, but I've come to realize there are many ways of getting from point A to B, whether that's something personal or something professional. And more importantly, I've actually realized that, feeling righteous indignation about how things should be and how other people should be, collaborating on a project or doing something, personal, it just eats up a ton of bandwidth. So it's much more positive and productive to kind of shift and disrupt that thinking and instead accept that for what it is and see it for what it is and just move forward from that.